Curious about the price of a Magic Online card? Try our searchable price guide on the right sidebar of any mtgoacademy.com page.
Hello and welcome to our first round. We've lost the dice roll, so we're on the draw. Our hand's fine. We have a turn 1 Goblin Guide into Eidolon with Helix and Terminate to back them up. We're not going to mulligan, so let's see what our opponent has to offer. So this hand's pretty reasonable. Assuming Spirit Guide would probably make it a little bit sweeter. Let's see. Verdant Catacombs from our opponent finds a Temple Garden. So it looks like it's a Birthing Pod, I'm guessing. Yeah, Birds of Paradise. Okay. So what we're going to have to do is use one of these fetch lands to grab a black source so we can terminate. So I'm just going to use this Arid Mace to grab Blood Crypt first. And then we have this white source and Sacred Foundry, so let's get this Blood Crypt. We're going to pay 2 life. Play our Goblin Guide and attack for 2. Sorry, my internet's a little bit slow tonight. Reveals Kiki Jiki, so that actually reveals a lot of information. So that's one of the benefits of a Goblin Guide, even though it's a drawback. So now we know we're playing against Kiki Pod, which is a little bit different. Ooh, Pod, okay. So we're gonna attack first, but I think we're just gonna kill this Birds of Paradise. Probably just play Sacred Foundry untapped and then terminate this, because this can go to the face later. He's already at 13, holy cow. Okay, Shocked, Verdant Catacombs. So we'll attack for 2. See what our opponent reveals. Farhaven Elf, holy moly, that's you don't see that often. This guy is pretty sweet. It's 1/1, it's a Rampant Growth for 3. I haven't played against this version of Pod that much, so I don't think that's a normal, main deck card, though. So we're just gonna play Sacred Foundry untapped. Play 2 life, and kill his birds. Oops, wrong one. Like I said, we're gonna terminate it, so we can go to the face. That'll probably become relevant. Just say go. So if he has a land to play the elf, its odds are it's some kind of land where he has to take damage, which is good for us. He's already at 11. Okay, ooh. Okay, sweet. So he didn't pod this. He definitely needs the mana. So we're going to attack for 2. I highly doubt he's going to chump block. So he drew a land. He got Gavening Township. So I can either kill this or I can play the Eidolon. So he has this land anyway, so he's still gonna have 3 mana next turn. Killing this means he can't pod this away. He can get a 4-drop. He can get a 2-drop with this. He doesn't have a 2-drop, so he can't get Kitchen Finks. That's the thing I'm worried about the most. 4-drops are usually things like Linvala. So he's gonna take 2 off of this. He'll have to take 2 off pod, puts him at 5. And this is 2 more damage. Yeah, I'm just gonna play Eidolon here. So we'll play the Get 2 Encampment tapped. And play Eidolon. And say go. Hope for the best. I don't think we're dead. It's probably pretty hard to combo from here. So we can get a Linvala or a Restoration Angel. Let's see what he gets. So he probably has more basics than normal. If you're playing this, you can't just have one of each. Which is interesting. I haven't seen that before in pod decks. Okay, so he gets a basic forest. I'll go ahead and minimize the card viewer. So he is podding it away, going to 5. And finds nothing and concedes. Okay, cool. So yeah, I didn't think there was much, and we had a bolt coming, so he's dead. Unless he could gain life. Which it might have been an Obstinate Baloth, but usually they don't have that kind of card in main deck. So against a normal pod, I guess a Malira pod, I might bring in Rest in Peace. But against this matchup, it seems a lot worse. So what do I want here? I think we want Volcanic Fallout. They're going to play a lot of more weenie creatures. And turn, like, Ice Crown Scepters might be too slow. Like, this is going to be good at grinding out long games. We also want some amount of, like, Rakdos Charms, I think. And we'll take out the last two Scepters. That may not be wrong. Like, games might go long, but you can see that game was really quick. And I usually take out Scepters because sometimes it's just too slow. I mean, it does provide insane amount of card advantage over a longer game, but I think we could be dead very quickly, and we're just trying to kill them as quickly as we can. This isn't a matchup where you're like, maybe like Twin, where you need to grind out the opponent. Okay, so this is a 6-land, 1-spell hand, and we're going to have to mulligan it. I think it's a little too weak just to keep. And this hand is a 1-lander, but it's a lot stronger. We have removal, still have a turn 1 play, and we have a Dark Confidant if we draw any land. So we're not going to mulligan this. So our opponent probably has a green source into a mana guy. Yep. Eidolon the Great Rebels. So we're going to break this Arid Mesa, and it's either a white source or a red source. Oh, not white source or black. So it's going to be red either way. I think we have to get the white source. Let's see. It's because we have more white cards in our hand, and like we have Path, which we can guarantee cast. So we'll get Sacred Foundry. We're going to pay 2 life. Play our Goblin Guide. And attack for 2. It's unfortunate that our opponent had Copperline Gorge, not like a shock land. It's always a help. Oh, oh, my mortal enemy, Kitchen Finks. So any land plays that. Yep. This is a forest, Kitchen Finks. So we're going to have to path it. He's back to 20. He'll go take 2 more, go to 18. A land here would be nice. Nope. Let's go ahead and path that. Kind of sucks that he's going to have a 5 mana on turn 3. But I think like this card is so good against us. Attack for 2. Archangel Thune. Okay, that's a card. And no double white. No attack either. He could have attacked. He might have Restoration Angel, I'm guessing. We'll just play our land first and attack. Definitely have Restoration Angel. I think it's worth it. We know a third of his hand, so there has to be 1 or 2 cards, which is like very realistic. Revealed Birthing Pod. That's pretty good. So I think we're gonna play Eidolon. We could have Helix a Hierarch. Okay, or we can just Helix this Angel and we'll trade. I think we're just gonna kill the Angel. There's no like, if I don't attack, I'm just like throwing away potential damage. And we're pretty far behind at this point. We have an answer for the Archangel, but now he has an active pod after that. So we know both the cards in his hand. Oh, he decides for pod. Okay. Attacks for 2. Then he's probably going to pod away into like a Noble Hierarch, I assume. He probably has a Spike Feeder combo, so we can actually do that next turn. He can go get a 2-drop, next turn play Archangel, and pod it into a Spike Feeder. So yeah, the mulligan kind of hurt us this game, and we didn't draw. Like if we had a Strangleroo, guys, that is like really random. So I'm actually just gonna Burst Lightning this guy. Now he can't cast this whatsoever, and then upkeep I'm gonna path his Strangleroots. So we'll have no creatures in play, and a card in his hand he can't cast. Guess I'll try to always keep the card viewer open, but board's way too cluttered with all these lands. So he does have a basic plains. Zell's Conscripts. Okay. Ooh, took my land. So we go to 15. Let's see if he has a 6-drop he can pot into. He doesn't. And he still can't cast the Archangel. So I'll just play an Eidolon. It's our only option at this point. Just say go. He could have untapped his land. I don't know. It didn't matter at that point. He was just playing a card. So we're kind of at parity at this point. I really wish we had like an answer to this. Kind of unfortunate the first land we drew was a basic mountain as opposed to a fetch land or a... Yeah. We really were just hoping to draw like a fetch land or a black source, obviously. Ooh, he's playing Malira, so he's like just all the pods all the time. Okay. So he's going to pod that into a Kitchen Finks, I assume. So maybe I do want Ice Crown Scepter. This game's kind of dragging out. This mountain might already be out of our hand. Just the way it's... He has a pod. We're on 2 lands. He's at 16 life. Witness. Okay. What is he witnessing back? So he didn't get a Finks. I assume he has only one Finks, so he deems this better. Got back Hierarch. Okay, so he wants to cast his Archangel. So if we draw a removal spell, we can kill that. Attack for 3 puts us 4 puts us to 11. We're not blocking yet. I think at this point it's pretty bad. I guess we can terminate eventually the Angel if we draw a black source. So we're just going to attack with the Eidolon. Then play another one. He might block. Okay, he didn't. Play a second one. We're going to 9 to do this. And we're going to take 4 next turn, going to 5. And this puts us to 1 with the terminate. So does he have Spike Feeder? Oh no, he can sacrifice a 3-drop. Oh, he might have Metamorph, take the Eidolon, attack us for 8. Copying the Zealous Conscripts. Yeah, this game didn't give us much leeway. We are playing 22 lands and 3 Spirit Guides, so it's not like, oh, wow, what in the world, Falcon Roth Aristocrat? Haven't seen that card in a while. Okay. I think we're dead. Yeah, I'm just going to concede. This card's going to kill us. Wow, this is a very unique pod list. It's very interesting. Okay. Let's go to sideboarding. So Fallout still seems good. Blind Obedience actually seems okay. It's harder for him to combo off. Maybe I just don't want the Spirit Guides. We're on the play. Maybe just not messing around with Blood Chief Ascensions. Or maybe not worry about Rakdos Charm. Could bring him back in the Scepters. I think Blind Obedience. We're gonna try out that. See it, like, it stops the combo, but like he has so many threats and stuff. I kind of just want to control his board. So we're actually gonna put Ice Crown Scepters in. See if he can beat that. So we're gonna play first. We're not gonna mulligan. So we're just gonna go turn 1, Blood Chief Ascension, go. It's 3 spells, and then hopefully this Dark Confidant can carry us to some card advantage. Blood Crypt. Into this, say go. So we're just gonna play Sacred Foundry untapped. Because you kind of want as much red sources in play with this deck. Let's hopefully gets a Shockland, huh? You did. Okay, that's... Oh, he didn't use it. That's interesting. Guess he just didn't care. Alright. So we drew a Rakdos Charm, so that kills a pod and exiles like a Kitchen Finks after we kill it. Just gonna play Dark Confidant and pass. So Blood Chief also kind of parries the Kitchen Finks combo. Like, it keeps them neutral if they try to go infinite, and then I gain infinite life. Let's see if he attacks. He is. Okay, so we're at 14, but we're going to draw an extra card. We're going to attack him, put a counter on this. So we've already at 14. Drew a land. Drew a land. It's not good. So we're just going to play a tapped Blood Crypt, I guess. He knows about the swamp, I don't want to play, like, I don't want to take damage off my lands if I don't need to. So always yes that. Say go. So if we lose this game, it's because we got a little flooded. We already drawn a 6 lands. I did keep a 4-lander, but... Ooh, Spike Feeder, okay. We're going to take 2 more and go into 12. I think I'm just going to terminate this, because he's going to... As of right now, we don't have a way to get through it, and it's like better to use mana on the end of his turn. So he's going to gain 4 life. We're getting a counter on this. Yep. We get to draw a card. Bolt. Goblin Guide, okay. So we can attack this turn, this gets a counter, then bolts him before his end step and makes another counter. So he doesn't have much going on, just like the Stranglergeist. It is taking away our life total, but we can eventually answer it, I feel. Let's see what we reveal from our opponent. Kitchen Finks, okay. So we can like set up a turn where like he blocks both our guys, and then we Rakdos Charm with the triggers on the stack. So I'm actually going to play Swamp this turn, so I can leave up both my spells. Got a counter. So he's just going to our face, so we're going to 9. Thrun. But yeah, we're just going to bolt him. Thrun's interesting against us. Don't really have a way to answer that, but we might not need one. Let's see what we draw. And hopefully draw just burn spells. Drew a land. Another burn spell, that's good. Kind of on jump blocking duty, so I'm just going to say go. Guess I could play a tap land there, but that's the one he saw, so it's always nice to give our opponent less information. So this is also, like, it gains us life, so it allows us to stay alive a little longer, as well as we're nickeling and diming our opponent. Hopefully we can keep this Dark Confident alive. I think that's one of the only ways we're going to win. Might also want to try to save our spells to eventually draw an Ice Crown Scepter. No attack. Okay. That's fine by me. Drew an Eidolon in the Great Revel. Drew an Ice Crown Scepter. Okay, so that's the plan, I guess. So we'll just leave open like a Sacred Foundry and Narrowed Mesa. Oh, I guess we'll leave open the Blood Crypt. Well, we don't have to bolt anything, yes. Yes, we're but we don't need to bolt anything yet. Say go. No attacks. So this does give our opponent more time, but we're doing okay ourselves. We can like bolt this. He takes 2, we gain 2. Then we can bolt it again eventually. So he's using a Verdance. That's weird. So we're gonna drain him for 2. Eventually this might be able to deal like the last couple points of damage. This game's gonna be pretty close. We don't actually have an answer an answer to something like an Archangel of Thune at this moment, but he doesn't have any white mana, so that's pretty far off. Could have Birthing Pod, but we can just kill it. Zealous Conscripts, okay. I'm okay with that. I don't think we're dead, so we're gaining some life. Definitely not dead. See what the top card is. Burst Lightning. Okay. So we can just stay alive this turn. I think we can kill him. So we can Rakdos Charm right now. He'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, putting him to 8. We can Bolt like the Conscripts. We go up to 11. He goes down to 6. And we just block here. We take 4, 7, 8, 9. Go to 2. Let's see if I do that right. So we block this Train Leader guy. He's going to die. He's going to lose 2. And we're going to gain, like, at the end of combat. So we just block here. Kill this. We go up to 11. We take 9. But we have to Rakdos Charm. Ooh, we can't Rakdos Charm if we do that. I kind of want my Dark Confidant to live, but I don't think that might not be a choice. So let's say we bolt the Conscripts. We go up to 11. And we don't block. We're going to take 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. So we have to block. So we block here. He goes to... So two of his things have died. He's gone to 9. We Rakdos Charm. He'll take... We could also just chump block here. That might be the best option. So we say we chump block here. We're taking 2, 5, 6, 7, or 10. But we bolt this. We're taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go to 2, but then he loses 2, we gain 2. So definitely bolting the Conscripts. I'm just figuring out whether or not we can actually Rakdos Charm. Luckily we have some time so we can actually talk this out and figure it out. So let's kill that. Always yield, yes. Sometimes it doesn't let you yield, it's weird. Like, have the option on their turn. So right now he's coming in for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have to block. So we block here. We take 2, 5, 6, 7. I guess we could have Rakdos Charm first if I thought about it harder. So I just Rakdos Charm. He takes 4, goes to 7. We untap, attack him, and come to 1, come to 2. Well, if we block here, we take 4, 7, 8, 9. This is untapped though. He takes 2. So 4, 7, 8. So we can do that. He'll lose 2, we gain 2. He goes to... We have a Burst Lightning on top, but we're going to shuffle that away for Rakdos Charm. So he takes 4, goes to 7, goes to 5. We attack, he has to block. He goes to 3. Okay, so we can do this. 4, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So we can actually block with here first, and then Rakdos Charm, and take less damage. Alright. We're going to use this ability. So let's go get a basic mountain. Play. Each creature deals 1 damage to its controller. Gets a counter. We're drawing a mystery card this turn. Oh, we can also just path this. So we attack, but we'll just do it this way. Whew. Sorry about that. That took some time, but we definitely figured it out. Definitely could have been probably more ways to do that. But this one works. If I can get to my attack step, that is. Let's reveal the top card of my opponent's deck. Just for kicks and giggles. Birds of Paradise. So we're going to use this ability, and then we're going to bolt him. Whew. So the Ice Crown Scepter actually worked out there. Maybe I'm just too quick to sideboard them out. My internet's a little slow tonight. Sometimes that happens. But we got there. And that was our first round, and we came out victorious.